Camp WALABEAR, Camp WALABEAR, by the banks of lovely lake while you wait. Camp WALABEAR, Camp WALABEAR, come on in and let us show you around the place. Even when it's raining, we got sunshine. At WALABEAR, we always have a fun time. Camp WALABEAR, Camp WALABEAR, come early and you'll never leave too late.
Morning, happy campers! We're running late today. We got a big show planned. But first, I need my mic. Has anyone seen my mic? Has anyone seen my mic? Where's my mic? Where's my mic? Is my mic here? Here's my mic. Now we can do a show, but first we need a word. WALABEAR, why don't you help us out with a word? Ooh, safety. Great word. I bet you there's somebody else that can tell us a little bit more about today's word, safety. Would you happen to know of anybody?
Tommy the Swami.
To the great Swami Mountains.
Greetings, curious ones. I'm glad you're here. I was just pondering on today's word. Safety. Safety. A beautiful word, no? Whenever I hear that word, I remember back to when I was a very little Swami, about yay big. My mommy Swami would take me on walks high in the great Swami Mountains. We would walk all the way to the top of the highest mountain, higher than birds could fly. And then we would stop and look at the valley far below. Since I was a little Swami, I was very, very frightened. But my mommy Swami would hug me and tell me that I was safe. And then she asked me this question. She asked if it would be wise to jump off the top of the mountain. To which I replied, "No, Mommy Swami. If I did that, I would fall and probably become a big Swami pancake." And then she said, "So always remember, Tommy the Swami, look before you leap." What happens if you don't look before you leap? Watch closely. What is that guy, a bird or something? Look at that. Okay, he's trying to fly or something like that. I don't understand. Now he's on top of a rock and there, whoa, splat! I don't think he looked before he left. Of course, he also thought he was a bird. So remember Mommy Swami's little safety tip? Always look before you leap. Until next time, Sim Salabim, and may the road to enlightenment always be free of potholes.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Tick.
Tick who?
Tick him up. This is a hold-up.
Bam! We're here at the Central Fire Station, and I believe Fireman Steve is inside and going to give us the nickel tour. Why don't you come on along with us? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Hi, Counselor Carl. Welcome to the Mobile Fire Department's Central Fire and Signal Station. Right now, what we're standing in is the engine room. This is where our fire trucks are located. We have a ladder truck located here. We have an engine company located here and an ambulance located. Now, this building was built in about 1925, and this used to house the alarm room. They used to work on the fire trucks here. The firefighters live here, of course, and even the fire chief used to live here. And as you can see, some of the campers are already taking a short tour, and we'll begin our tour by going into the alarm room, okay? Okay, where we are now is this is what we call the alarm room, or some people call it the day room. This is where the maps are located, the telephones are located, and this is where the firefighters stay and wait for calls to come in sometimes. And now we'll go upstairs and we'll see where the firefighters live. Okay, as you know, the firefighters have to live here at the fire station, and this is where they sleep at in here. And of course, if they get a call during the night while they're asleep, they would slide down this pole. This is only one of 3 fire stations in Mobile that still have a pole that the firefighters slide down. Okay, the room that we're standing in now is the dining room. Also has the kitchen here. And this is also the sitting room where the firefighters relax in between calls at night. If you'll notice up on the wall, we had a firefighter that used to be here that was a painter. This is a portrait of Matt Sloan, the very first fire chief for the Mobile Fire Department when it became a paid fire department in 1888. And these are some other pictures here that he had painted as well. What we're standing in now, this is what we call the old signal room. This is actually where the calls came in whenever there was a call for help. What would happen is there was a pull box located on central locations in the city, and you could go up and pull the box. It would send a signal into this room, into one of these panels here, and it would send out a signal over a piece of tape, or actually a piece of paper, and it would let you know what box was coming in. Then the operator would turn around and take that same call and send it to the fire station by the same method, and the numbers would punch out on a piece of paper very similar to this. If you'll notice, it has 8 marks, a space, 1 mark, and then 2 marks. That meant this was at box 812, 812. And this would let the firefighters know which box was coming in, and then they could in turn respond to the fire for that location. Now, I'll tell you what, we'll go downstairs and take a look at the fire truck so you can see what that looks like. This is one of our newest fire trucks. This is Engine 3. It's located here at Central Fire Station. And right inside here is where the firefighters ride to the fire. All the new trucks are completely enclosed so the firefighters are inside, out of the weather, and they won't get wet or get hurt or anything like that. Now up front here is where the driver and the captain rides. The captain is the one that mainly operates the lights and sirens, and he also operates the radio. You'll notice on the front of the truck we have a large diameter hose, and what this does is we can hook up to a fire plug and we can get more water through it because the hose is much bigger. Now along the side, you'll notice that we have the what we call a pump panel right here, and this is where the driver stands and operates the pumps to make sure that he puts enough pressure on the water to make sure that he gets plenty of water to the firefighters while they're inside fighting the fire. Now all the trucks will have compartments, and in these compartments they have different tools and items that they need to fight fire. These are appliances that we hook to the hose, and this makes it easier for us to do our job. Now of course in every fire station and every fire, firefighters have to wear special equipment while doing their job. Of course we have it hanging nearby the truck so it's easily to get to. They wear a helmet, coat, bunker pants, and boots, and all this equipment is designed to protect the firefighters so they won't get burned or hurt in a fire. Now to the rear of the truck is where all our hose is located, and this is how the firefighters put out the fire and get the water to the fire and from the fire hydrant. And we have all different sizes. We have 1 3/4, we have 2.5 inch, and then we have a large 4-inch and 5-inch diameter hose. And this is what gets us to the fire. Now if you'll notice over to the other side is one of our ladder trucks. This is a 95-foot aerial ladder, and what this does is this helps us get closer to the upper stories of the building, so if we have to do rescue or put out the fire.
And now, more on safety from our benevolent benefactor,
Jay Watson WALABEAR.
Well, howdy. Looks like you caught me working on something big. Of course, for someone as small as me, everything looks kind of big. Anyway, it's good to see you again, because today we're going to talk about something really big, and that's today's word, safety. Now, the best way to be safe is to think safe, and all you have to do to think safe is remember 3 simple words. Stop, look, and listen. Now why don't you try it with me at home, okay? You ready? Here we go. Stop. Look. And listen. Suppose you're playing catch in the front yard and your ball rolls into the street. What do? Do you just run into the street and take a chance on eating a big old bumper sandwich? No.
you remember those 3 simple words. Stop, look, and listen. So take it from old J. Walter Wallbanger. Think safety, keep plugging, and above all, think big.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Beam me.
Beam me who?
Beam me up, Scotty.
That's all the power I can give you, Captain.
Okay, hi there. My name is Mr. Steve Hoffman. I'm from the Mobile Fire Department, and this is our fire safety house. So we're going to go inside in just a couple of seconds. We're going to learn about fire safety. You ready? Yeah. Okay, let's go inside. Okay, now, as you can see, this is our little miniature house. It's like a 2-story house, except it's made for little folks like us. And this is our living room. Now, what I want to teach you about is how to escape from a house in case of fire. In a few minutes, we are going to put some smoke in here, but the smoke we're using is not real. It's the same kind of smoke you see on TV, movies, and theaters, things like that, so it's not going to hurt you. But I do want you to understand that real smoke is bad stuff. You never want to breathe real smoke, because real smoke can make you very sick, and it can even put you to sleep, and it even make you stop breathing. We know how important breathing is because that's what keeps us alive. So we don't want to breathe real smoke. So remember, when smoke gets into a house and heat gets into a house, it will always rise. That means it goes up. It fills the top of the house and keeps filling up until it gets all the way down on the floor. So if you see smoke or if you see fire, make sure you get down on your hands and knees and crawl as fast as you can to your nearest safe exit. A nearest safe exit could be a window, just like our window there, or it could be a door, just like one of our doors inside of our house here. So that's what we'll do, is we'll crawl as fast as we can, we'll get to our window or our door, and we'll get outside. Now, when we escape today, we're going to go out the door right on the end there, okay? So that's where we'll go when we get ready to escape. Once you get outside, you need to go somewhere very important in your yard, a special place that we call a family-safe meeting place. It could be anywhere. It could be a tree, a mailbox, a telephone pole, a sidewalk, tree house, playhouse, even a dog house can be a family-safe meeting place. Once you get there, make sure your whole family's there, that everybody's okay. Then you'll go to your neighbor's house, use their telephone to call for help. Y'all know what number we're going to call? 911. 911 is correct. Very good. So, are y'all ready to see some smoke? Okay, here we go. Crawl down the hall. When you get to the door, test the door before you go out. Is it hot? Okay, slide it open. Turn and crawl behind.
The news is next.
This is a Camp WALABEAR special edition of Action News 10.
Good morning, happy campers. I'm Eleanor Reynolds, and this is WALABEAR News. Many of you know what report cards are. Well, the Mobile Police Department got what some might consider its report card. It's very big, and it cost your parents $75,000. That's a lot of money. The report tells the police to work better with one another. It also suggests better police protection be given equally to all neighborhoods. The police are glad to get the report and look forward to making the improvements. Do you know that Christmas is now only 21 days away? Well, it is, and Finland is about as close to the North Pole as you can get. So some folks believe that when you see a Santa Claus from Finland, you're seeing the real thing. In fact, just such a Santa charmed children of all ages in Japan at a luxury hotel in Tokyo. The Christmas display at the hotel uses 35,000 light bulbs. Santa was sent to Japan courtesy of the Finnish government. He's going to visit several schools and other places throughout Japan with gifts and greetings to all. Now, when you make out your Christmas shopping list for your folks, make sure you don't fall for stuff that's not healthy for your mind. There are some video games on the market that many parents think are too violent, like Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. Some lawmakers agree and have told the people who make video games to leave the violence out. For those of you who have a birthday today, Happy birthday. This week, a lady in Mobile celebrated her birthday. She turned 116 years old. Imagine, Etoria Hill lived through 2 world wars, 24 presidents, and 42,000 days. She even made national news. Mrs. Hill says there is a secret to having a long life.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna know it.
Oh, well, maybe Mrs. Hill will tell us her secret next year. That's WALABEAR News for today. Thanks for joining us, and remember, study hard, obey your parents, and be kind to your brothers and sisters. Bye-bye.
Let's see what's cooking with Chef Pierre. Hello, I am Chef Pierre, and this is my kitchen. Beautiful, no? Today, we're going to talk about something very, very important when it comes to kitchens, and that is safety. Now, it is very, 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 very important that you be safe in the kitchen because there's a lot of dangerous stuff that could do permanent harm to you. For instance, knives. Knives are always in a kitchen, and you must be careful around knives. If you are using a knife at home, make sure that it is a butter knife because butter knives are fairly easy to handle, and if you use your head, you will not hurt yourself. You should not, under any circumstances, use a sharp knife. Sharp knives are for mama and daddy to use because they are grown-ups and they know how to handle them. You, however, should not handle a sharp knife. Now, for the most important part of our kitchen safety tour, we will go and take a look at the stove. Follow me. This, of course, is a stove. Now, you must be very, very careful around the stove because you can burn yourself if you're not careful. Never touch a pot handle on this stove if it sticks out. Do not touch it whatsoever. It's very hot. And for goodness sakes, never, 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 never touch this. That is flame, that is hot, and that will hurt. So remember, Chef Pierre says, always, always think safety in the kitchen. Ow! It's very nice. Our tour continues here at the Central Fire Station, which is one of Mobile's oldest fire stations, and here we are at a fire medic ambulance, and I've been told there's a real live fire medic inside, so let's run the corner and see what's up. Hello. Hello. Are you indeed a real live fire medic?
I am. Come on in.
Okay, great. Let's go on in. This is kind of like a camper, right?
A little bit like a camper.
But there's a little bit more to it than that. Okay, well, why don't you just kind of take us on a brief tour through the ambulance and show us what we've got.
You can look around and see in the cabinets we've got different bandages and things in this cabinet here. That's something they're probably used to seeing. And then in the other one we've got a little bit more sophisticated equipment there that we don't use that often, but it's there in case we need it. And these in the back. These are what the paramedics would use on just about any run we would make.
So this is stuff, you use when people are really sick.
That's right, when they really hurt.
So what is this? This kind of looks like a tackle box.
Well, that's exactly what it is, except what we did, we made just a few changes, and we brought some things along. This is something that we can just pick it up and take it to the house, run in there in a hurry with it, and we've got just a little bit of everything that we need in this one box. And again, we've got some more bandages, like you've seen in the side panels. We got tape. Just a little bit of extra stuff and some extra tools, and of course the thing that nobody really likes that much are some needles, but we had to have some of those in there too.
So it really is like a big tool kit.
Big tool kit is exactly what it is, and it's got a little bit of everything that we might need, so we don't have to run back and forth to the truck and get things.
Great. Well, what is this? This kind of looks like a camp cot, but it's got seat belts on it.
That's right. This is a stretcher, and we use it with our patients. And the reason we got seat belts on it is just like any other time you're in a vehicle and it's moving, you've got to have a seat belt on. Well, it's really important that they have a seat belt on. As a matter of fact, we've got several seat belts on this one.
So it keeps you still and keeps you safe. And now, what is this? This looks kind of high-tech here, and I don't think I'm qualified, so I'll let you take over.
Actually, what this is a machine that we can turn it on, and you can really kind of look and tell what your heart's doing. Sometimes we use this just if we're a little bit curious about someone who seems kind of ill. What I like about it is you can listen, you can actually hear the heartbeat itself sometimes, and that's really nice. I like that.
It's great. What are these right here?
Any of them have watched emergency shows, they've seen where the paramedics have taken these little things and they stick them on the patient and then they shock them is what they think they're doing, and that's really what they do.
So it's kind of like jumper cables?
No, not really. As a matter of fact, it does the very opposite of that. It looks like jumper cables, but it does the opposite.
Well, it sounds like we need to wrap our tour up, and I'll let you get to work.
Thank you.
Pretty darn swell. Well, that was pretty darn swell. We'd like to thank everybody at the Central Fire Station, Fireman Steve, Debbie, and finish up with a great big WALABEAR salute.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Is you?
Is ya who?
Is you gonna stand there or come in?
WALABEAR! We're back, and as you know, today's word is safety, and to tell us a little bit about bike safety, we have Officer Goodwin here to visit us at the camp. Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the camp. Real quick, Officer Goodwin, tell us, what are some basic points we need to remember as far as keeping our bikes safe and checking them and make sure they're in proper working order?
Okay. You should periodically check your hand brakes and make sure that they're well adjusted so you have plenty of stopping power. To check your handlebars, make sure that they're well tightened. It doesn't cause you to have an accident. And of course, your air pressure on your tires. And I also recommend that once a year you check your spokes and make sure that they're well tightened.
Okay, so if we do that, I think that's probably a good way to keep from eating asphalt, huh?
That's correct.
Good, good, good. Now tell us a little bit about what Happy Camper Tuba's sitting there wearing on his head.
This is a very good device. I think every kid should wear one when they're riding a bicycle. Obviously, the most serious injuries can result from a head injury, and if you're wearing one of these, it can prevent that from happening.
Well, that's good because we need our noggins, don't we? That's right. That's right. Well, just to kind of wind things up, what are some general rules that happy campers should follow when they're out there on the road pedaling away?
We always like the stop, look, and listen safety rule. You should stop when you come to an intersection, look, and listen for any traffic, because sometimes they may not see you and you might be able to avoid being struck by an automobile.
Great. Are there a couple of books or manuals that happy campers can get a hold of to kind of read up on what they should do and how to stay safe?
Sure. They've got a couple that are put out by the Alabama Department of Education in Montgomery.
Great.
This is a middle school, high school edition. It's the Alabama Bicycle Driver's Guide. And then for the elementary level, the best bicyclists on earth. And now you can pick these up at any of your local bicycle shops here in Mobile.
Great. So these are the official guides that'll tell us what to do and how to be safe and how to stop, look, and listen and be safe when we're on our bikes.
That's good.
Thanks a lot, Officer Goodwin, and
well,
a big Camp WALABEAR salute on the bike. What a day! I'm bushed. We learned lots about safety today. So remember to write us here at Camp WALABEAR at this address, and if we use your letter on the air, you'll receive this official Too Swell Camp t-shirt. So, until next week, see ya!